Alright, everyone, welcome to Hooman's Monster Jam World Finals. This is the first day where we are actually handing out World Championships. Alright, hope you all are excited. Starting us off will be the Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Competition, though. In the Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Competition, each driver will have 2 attempts to do their best maneuvers on 2 wheels. We will have round 1 where each driver will do 1 attempt. Then we'll have round 2 where each driver will do a second attempt. It's gonna be amazing. But yeah, let's get right into the World Finals action. I don't know why I was on stream ending. But whatever. Starting us off though by random draw is Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Camden did terrible, well not terrible, but pretty bad in qualifying. Qualifying, if you guys were not watching yesterday, we got to see LCQ qualifying go to Adam Anderson, qualifying go to Bryce Kenny, and then the LCQ itself go to Adam Anderson as well. So Adam Anderson is the 24th driver in this field. You know, let's see what Ken Murphy has to do. It's his time to shine right now. Oh! And that is the first move of the Skills World Championship. Give it up for Camden Murphy. Camden does not do bicycles that often, so a bit of a surprise, but he pulled it off perfectly. Got those scores locked in chat. This World Finals Championship is decided in part by you at home. Now remember, this is the World Finals, so be a bit more harsh than you would normally. 9.471 you get from SM Danigo. 9.269. I will say I'm being definitely more harsh than I usually am. Alright, I made a bit of an error. Also, hello, Aiden. Alright. And the score to start off the night, it's a really big one to start off the World Championship with. 9.121. Alright, 9.121. That is for round 1, Camden Murphy. He still does have a chance to come back in second and do something even better. Next up, though, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Alright. Hello, Jakari Brown. Hope you're doing good. Alright. Ryan also going to go for a bicycle. Oh! Ryan was dead last in qualifying. He fell over. And can he save it? Yes, he can. I did see Tony Oaks drive JCB, and I get to see him drive it in person. Really excited for that. Ryan, though, literally went on the lid. Did not care. He got back up. Alright. Ooh. Speak of... Oh, wait. Never mind. Wrong person. I saw Thunder Roar, so was like, oh my, it's Tony Oaks, and I was like, wait a second, that's not Tony Oaks. Alright, you guys enjoyed that much more than I did. 588 plus. Alright, thank you all for being here in chat and scoring. And your score is a 9.027. 9.027. That will put Ryan Anderson in second place. Granted, everyone, I do not think that we've seen the winning run yet. Winning run is going to be something amazing. Do not know what, though. Tony Oak's Thunder Roars, though. Let's see what he can do. Tony Oak's not known for being a really good skills driver, but he did win a lot of skills competitions on the International Series and placed in the top half of most of them. Maybe even all, I honestly don't remember. But certainly one of, well, actually just straight up the best skills driver on the International Series, so let's see what he can do. Oh. Colt Stevens. I don't know if I said Tony Oaks, but I'm saying Colt. I mean Colt Stevens if I did say Tony Oaks. Get those scores locked in, though. Alright. Alright, Blookett's amazing. I wish we still used Blookett in high school. Alright, score to beat, though, 9.121. Do not think that took the lead, but, I mean... I'm no MJ fan 2012. I'm really excited to see that in person. Alright. Get your scores locked in. What in the world? What do I want to give that score? What truck is... Oh, that's one. There. Alright. 8.912 plus 8.740. And your score for, or not Tony, Colt Stevens and Thunder Roars is a 7.813. I'll put him in the last place. I scored that much lower. I scored that in the 6s. I scored that 6.8. Alright, but next up, though, Devin Winfield Velociraptor. As we mentioned before, final World Finals. Final show of his career. He's retiring after this. Yeah, really excited to see what he does. Using that little jammer over there, getting a nice pop. Oh, can he save it? Yes, he can. Devin Winfield qualified second to last in qualifying. Really terrible luck. Got a flat tire, so yeah. Alright, get your scores locked in chat. I am watching Chili while streaming, guys. So, yeah. You guys can watch both this and Chili if I can watch Chili while streaming. What in the world? That was a good run. Get your scores locked in chat, though. Alright, want to see those scores. Alright, unless we get any more scores in for that run, your score for Devin Winfield is an 8.780, or 8.796. Whoops, my bad. 8.796. That will put him in third place. Alright. Next driver up. Oh, alright, we do have 5 more. Alright, we're almost halfway through part 1 of the skills competition. Ooh, alright. Whoops, made a bit of a mistake. Oh, I forgot there are 10 drivers. Whoops, that was a mistake. But next up, we have Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack. See what Tim can do. Tim was in the last chance qualifier, only driver in the skills championship to not be in the main field, I think. So yeah, let's see what he can do now, though. Alright, pretty good first move. Do not think that lasted as long as he wanted, I will say. We get those scores locked in. Score to beat 9.121, laid out by Camden Murphy, Classroom Pressure. And the score is an 8.190 for Tim Hall Jr. 8.190. Not a terrible score. Next up, though, Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. See what she can do. You know she's going to be going all out. Yeah, let's see what she does. All of the drivers are going to save their best attempts for the second competition. Alright. I mean, it's just smart, because you get one good move done, and then you go for a second one, and that's where you go crazy. Alright, looks like she's lining up with the little jammer right there. Alright, I'm gonna walk it up here on the little lane. Turning off the truck, Jamie Sullivan showing why she got into this competition. Only lady in this competition. Driving Sparkle Smash beautifully. And she gets a slap wheelie. And into a backflip. Did not think that was planned. Or do not think, my bad. But get those scores locked in. A very nice run for Jamie Sullivan. Very good ending. Especially. Alright, get your scores locked in chat. Next, we have an amazing driver. Tour champion, just like Jamie Sullivan. Seeing FNAF 2 Friday. Today is Friday. Oh, alright, I was like, huh? I am also seeing the FNAF 2 movie, Sunday. Alright. We only getting a score from Romeo on that one. I mean, I'm not going to wait for too long because it's the World Finals. Score, though, is a 9.044. 9.044. That'll put her in second place. Camden Murphy, though, Classroom Crusher, is still the leader. And, I mean, considering how we saw Barry Musauer get second place, or third place in qualifying yesterday after going out first. Oh, 8.7 from SM. Let's get that in. Alright, but considering how we saw Barry Musauer qualify so well yesterday, that could work out really well. Alright, 8.997 is the score for Jamie Sullivan. That puts her in third place. Alright, got that fixed. But now Blake Granger, Max D, coming out to the track. going at 8:40 a.m. Alright. Blake, yeah, gonna go for... Oh my! He did like a donut on a wheelie. Blake Granger doing an amazing, amazing job right here. Oh, I tried for a little combo off of that, but still absolutely amazing. What is it, MJ Fan 2012? Alright, get your scores locked in for an amazing run from Blake Granger. Alright, get your scores locked in, though. Almost done with round 1. Only 3 drivers to go. And they are some heavy hitters. Alright. You do know that the Marvel monster trucks are kind of dying, so I don't think that she is driving Thor. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Wait, 7, 6, 7, 8. We haven't gotten... Alright, your score's a 9.099 for that run. That'll put him very close to taking the lead, but just barely he will not. I do hope Josephine Cleve dies on Arena Series Central. I forgot to change the track. Whoops. But I do not think that will happen, because Brianna, Thor, all the Marvel trucks are dying. How do you know that Brianna is on the International Series, may I ask? Because she's not currently scheduled for any... Chelsea Van Cleve is scheduled to drive on Stadium, or on the International Series currently. Chelsea Van Cleve is supposed to drive Sparkle Smash internationally. Alright, anyway, I need to get back to the show. Sorry. Terminal Velocity, John Zimmer Jr., let's see what he can do. And out to the track right now. So, Spin Master and, like, toy leases are different than actual monster truck leases. So you are correct, Aiden, but, they are making toys of them still, but they are not going to be making... The trucks will not compete after La Plata. Alright, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Alright, Monster 2012, I'm not saying you're lying. I am skeptical of that knowledge. Don't know where you got it from. So I'm skeptical of it. But, I mean, I'm sure it's possible. I mean, it's unlikely, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Now, John Zimmer Jr. waving those back tires. Absolutely beautiful. Getting a slap moonwalk in. Oh, got the slap moonwalk, but could not recover from it. Gave it a bit too much power. And then get the scores locked in. John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Only 2 drivers remain for the show, or for the round 1 at least. Then we go into round 2 of skills, where each driver will have their final chance to do something amazing. Currently still leading since the very first run. I agree, SM. But currently leading, still from the very first run, Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher. Alright, get those scores locked in chat. Score beat 9.121. Currently only scores from Aiden, so unless someone else gets their score in, that's the score we'll base it off of. Your score is an 8.534 for John Zimmer Jr. 8.534. Alright, next up though, Black Pearl Colvinard. Let's see what he can do. Alright, 8.9 coming in from SM Danigo. Gonna change the score based off that. Probably bring it up a bit. Score's at 8.492. Let me change that real quick. Oh no, that brought the score down because Aiden's was a 9 point whatever. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go out, but yeah. Alright. Colvinard, though. Let's see what he can do. Oh, Colvinard going over. Tough break for him there. 9.121 score to beat. Still one more driver in round 1 of skills. And then after round 2, we will crown our first Hooman's Monster Jam World Finals champion. Really excited for that moment. So get your scores locked in. Score beat 9.121. Next driver is going to be amazing, I can tell you guys that. What do I want to give that? Alright, your score with the combination is a 3 flat for Colvinard. I'll put him in dead last. Not a good run, I will say. But next up, final driver of round 1 of skills, Weston Anderson Gravedigger. Let me tell you, Weston knows how to put on a show. Alright. Weston's lining up. Alright, he keeps backing up to the jumper, not going for it. And there he is, he gets it. Set the truck there for a second. Oh, now he's walking it. This red primer Gravedigger looks amazing. Weston Anderson walking this with such amazing control. Oh my, he comboed it off of nothing. Now he's just doing a moonwalk over here. Now he's doing a wheelie. Oh my god! What? Get those scores locked in for Weston Anderson and Gravedigger. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, get those scores locked in chat. Fantastic run. Alright, about to start round 2. Whoever's leading going into round 2 has a huge advantage. Alright, you know what? Whatever. Your score is a 9.404. Weston Anderson is your new leader. At the end of round 1, let's look at our current top 3. Current top 3, Gravedigger Weston Anderson with a 9.404. Second place, Classroom Crusher Camden Murphy with a 9.121, excuse me. And then third place with a 9.099, Blake Granger Max D. Alright, now we're going into round 2 though. Camden Murphy is a very tough competitor. This is his final chance. He's leaving competition for almost all of the first round until the very final driver came out. Alright, lining up with that little 8-pack. That isn't a backflip ramp. We do have an 8-pack backflip on this track, though. Oh, he's gonna go for a tombstone, it looks like, actually. Oh! And he got... Wait, he's popping up into another. He's popped it. Oh, is he gonna go for it again? And he gets it into a wheelie. Get those scores locked in. Absolutely wild. Camden Murphy, that is his final skills attempt of the night. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, get those scores locked in chat. Absolutely amazing run. Alright, will we get an SM Danagoat score? Need to know. Alright, 9.201. That certainly brings the score down. 201. Alright, your score for Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher, is a 9.4. What in the world? 5-0, your new leader. Camden Murphy loses it for 1 second. He literally lost it for 1 run, and now he's back on top. Alright, he's going to try his absolute best to get it. Alright. Now next up, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Aiden, how can I be rigging it if you literally gave him the highest score? Aiden, my score and SM's score were lower than the scores that we gave Weston. We're not the reason that he's leading now. I promise. Alright, do not think that was his plan. In fact, I know his plan. His plan was to do a backflip to moonwalk. We allow that here on Hooman's Monster Jam channel. Well, that did not work out too well for him. Get those scores locked in, though. Score to beat 9.450. Made a really big mistake, though. And I think that's going to cost him the World Championship, actually. Had a fairly good round 1, and now he's down. And your score is a 4.003, meaning that Ryan Anderson cannot win the Skills World Championship. Current guy to do it is Ken Murphy. Except though, Colt Stevens, Thunder Roris. Alright. Kind of surprised that Ryan had a better first move than a second. Alright. Now, Colt Stevens had a pretty disappointing first move. Don't know what he was going for exactly. Going for literally the same move, but just off of the opposite jump. Alright, walking it really far, actually. Oh my! And he gets it into a wheelie, actually. Do not know if that part was planned. Get those scores locked in, though. Score to beat 9.450. Laid down by Camden Murphy. Do you think Colt Stevens deserves the lead? Alright, SM, I need you to score. Your score literally... Wait. I think your score actually decides it, SM. Yeah, your score can decide it, SM. You will be the one to decide who is your world champion. Well, at least who's taking the lead in the world championship. Uh, ahem. Alright, you are not the only one here. Ahem. Alright, are we done? Alright, well, SM doesn't get a score in, which means the score for Colt Stevens Thunder Roars is a 9.500, your new leader. Colt Stevens Thunder Roars, congratulations. 9.500. Barely taking the lead by 0.5 or 0.05. Next up, though, Devin Winfield Velociraptor. Alright. Oh, and he's over. Can he save it? Almost did, and then falls over at the last second. Get those scores locked in. Do not think that will take the lead away, but you know what? The bare minimum, he had fun. Alright, SM, did you see, Colt Stevens run, and do you want to score? Are you cool with not scoring, or did you not see it? What score do I want to give that run, though? Alright, your score is an 8.028. That will not take the lead. No, 8.025, my bad. I don't know what I did there. But yeah, next up, though, we have Tim Hall Jr.'s Jurassic Attack. Currently, we have a dinosaur in the lead. Can Tim Hall Jr. take him down? Alright, Tim Hall Jr. going over here. Going to the same jump that Colt Stevens had is currently leading run. Well, is currently leading run off of. Oh my, getting a combo and going across the track. And that is a really good run. Get those scores locked in. Score to be 9.500. Will that take the lead? You gotta find out. Fourth, fifth. Alright. We are now halfway through round 2. Monster Jam World Final Skills Championship. And the score is an 8.700. 8.7 flat. That means he is not going to take the lead. Still a fairly good run, though, I will say. Whoops. Alright, next up we have Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Sorry for that bit of delay. But Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, you know, she's a great driver in this competition. Only lady. Alright, we are in real time. I do not know what button is to get out of into and out of real time. Alright, whatever. Well, we're back in real time, I guess, so. Oh, tried for a little moonwalk off of that 8-pack, and I mean, she did get one. Not exactly as she planned, I don't think, though. Oh my lord! That was a fast rotation. Saving it, though. Get those scores locked in. Score to be 9.500 from Colt Stevens, Thunderoris. What do you think about that, guys? Alright. Where is Jamie? There it is. Alright. Just remembered who got second, or who's going 7th. Alright. What do I think about that one? You know what? I think that's what I'll give it. Alright, and the score is an 8.945. 8.945. That will put her pretty good, actually. They had 2 very solid hits, but neither of them will take the lead. Current leader still Thunderoris. Alright, Blake Granger going out next. Alright! Going for a momentum moonwalk, and he gets one. Alright, setting the truck right on the front. Alright, well, it looks like we have to redo that entire thing because I misclicked. Ha ha ha, that's so much fun. Alright. Sorry, everyone. Alright. You don't know what happened there? Sorry about that, but let's redo that real quick. Alright, Blake Granger. Moving those front two tires really nicely. Alright, a very, very good run. Walked that thing for a long time. Changed his direction multiple times even. Let's get those scores locked in. What do you think that deserves? Alright, hello, NMB Gaming. Score to beat 9.500 laid down by Colt Stevens. What do you think that deserves? Alright, so 3 drivers remaining. Alright, 8.7 laid down, or not laid down, but from Aiden, I guess. Alright, SM, if you want to get your scoring whenever, just do that. Score to beat, or score not to beat, but score from Max D is an 8.950. 8.950. Unless, of course, we get a score from SM. But next up, 3 drivers remain. Only one of them can dethrone Colt Stevens, or Colt will just walk away the World Finals champion. Alright. Alright. Going for the exact same move that he did in your first round. Oh my! Getting it into a slap wheelie. Alright, give it up for terminal velocity. John Zimmer Jr. scored to beat 9.500. Get those scores locked in. An absolutely amazing run. Was on every single one of those tires at a different point. Alright, only 2 drivers remain though. Ooh, guys, it's a really close one. Your score for terminal velocity, John Zimmer Jr. is a 9.525. That means your new leader, John Zimmer Jr. terminal velocity went from an 8.492 to a 9.525. That is over a point improvement off the exact same jump. Alright, only 2 drivers remain. Cole Vinard, he's going to try and take that world championship for himself. Regardless, though, we will be seeing a first-time world champion, that does mean. I mean, before, well, actually, no, because Colt Stevens has already had a few world championships. So, because of this, though, we will guarantee. Oh! Cold Steed, or not, Colvinard going over. And he saves it. Get those scores locked in. Very short, but, you know, very, very good run. Went for a reverse popper off the 8-pack. All right. Get those scores locked in, though. Do not forget. And after this, we have racing left. All right, so do not worry, because we are getting racing. All right. And your score is an 8.219 for Cole Bernard. All right, that means your world skills champion will either be John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity, or Weston Anderson, Engravedigger. All right, Weston Anderson, Engravedigger, looking to get a world championship. But will he, though? That is the all-important question. He has to find something to do. Does he have something in mind? He's just posing for the crowd right there. Alright, this is the final skills run. Weston took the lead by doing one of these. Oh. Oh my. He's stuck on his front two tire. What? What in the world? Absolutely crazy. Get those scores locked in. Alright, it's going to be a close one. Score to beat is 9.525. What do you guys think that run deserves? Alright. It all comes down to Aiden's score. Aiden is the one deciding who wins a world championship. Is Aiden there? All right. Well, let me get ready for. Let me get. You didn't see it? Oh, brother, this guy stinks. All right, everyone. Well, that means the score for Weston Anderson, Engravedigger, is a 9.699. That means he is your world skills champion. 9.699. That means he is the skills champion. Congratulations. Alright, he went out dead last and got the world championship. 9.699. Getting him first place. And he is officially the world's first Hooman's Monster Jam World Finals winner. Alright, wait, did you go back and watch it? Alright, because I'm not Also, respectfully, that run is not worth a 7. That run was worth much more than a 7. I don't think it should have won the championship, but I mean, I also think that it was much more worth a 7. Worth much more than a 7, my bad. Romeo, if you reformat your score to something a bit better, I will maybe consider changing it. Alright, Terminal did do better. Alright, wait a second. If I accepted the 6, I think I have to do it, guys. I'm sorry. I don't think that he deserves a 7, but you know what? I guess I'll do it. Oh, God. Your score is an 8.949. Sorry, SM Danigo. I know you really wanted this, but Terminal Velocity is your Monster Jam World Skills Champion. Alright, third place for Cannon Murphy. Second place, bronze medal goes to Cannon Murphy with a 9.450. Second place goes to Colt Stevens. And first place goes to John Zimmer Jr. Terminal velocity 8.949. Alright, 8.949. Amazing job done. Alright. Alright. Well, everyone, now we move on to the Skills World Championship. Or the Racing World Championship. If you guys watch qualifying, they'll come out in the order of reverse of how they qualified. So, the person who was qualified fast will go last. The person who qualified slowest will go down. Alright, so let's see what Ryan can do. Ryan is a World Racing Championship. Has a World Racing Championship. Wants to get a second. Did fall over in qualifying, though. It's cost him a chance at doing well at all. Alright, and a time of a 29.46. That is your current time to beat. Alright. $29.46. Alright. Alright, SM, thank you for saying that. Alright, just making sure. Making sure everyone was happy, alright. John Zimmer Jr., World Skills Champion. Alright, but now Devin Winfield coming out to the track. Crown one champion, about to crown another. Alright, Devin Winfield got a flat tire up here. Going across this blue thing, got a flat. Will not get one that time, though. Try his absolute best to get that championship. Just have to come out in skills. And he is not gonna do it. 32.94. That is the time for John, or not John Zimmer Jr., Devin Winfield, my bad. 32. Alright, third. Ooh. Oh, that's who's third. I forgot about that. Because I remember that qualifying pass vividly. The very final qualifying pass of yesterday was Zach Garner in Wildside, who on the first turn fell over onto his lid. But Zach Garner now, he's going to the World Racing Championship, going for a second. Time to beat 29.46. Alright, not going to make the same mistake he did in that turn in qualifying. Alright, amazing turn right there, but he gets a flat tire just like Devin Winfield did. Oh, that's going to cost him all of his chances. Cannot go too fast into that turn. Time of a 33.50. Alright, who is fourth? Oh, that's who. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Cole Menard in the Black Pearls. Alright, Cole Menard, the Tour champion, did not do too well in qualifying, and gonna go over in the same turn that his teammate did in qualifying. Means he can't win a world championship now. Still gonna go for it, though. Have fun, I guess, but he cannot win that world championship. And he goes over again! Alright, this time, though, he's done for good. I was about to say get those scores locked in, but you guys don't get your scores locked in for racing. Alright, next up we have Tyler renting a Gravedigger. Let's see what Tyler is doing. Alright, Tyler, I remember in qualifying, messed up in the final turn. Really hurt his chances of getting good qualifying pass. Now trying to take out Ryan Anderson to win the World Championship. He desperately wants a racing championship. Does not have one. Has a freestyle one, though. Andy is going to go way too tight in that turn. Another mistake. Alright, and the score to beat, or the time for him is in 33.90. Alright, we are already almost a fourth of the way through this competition. Alright, everyone, next up we have Camden Murphy. Classroom Crusher. Alright. And Camden Murphy with both front tires deflated. Alright, well, Camden Murphy is done. These drivers need to learn they cannot go that fast into that little blue ramp. I mean, Ryan Anderson did not have that fast of a time, but because he just didn't get his tires popped, he's now currently sitting in first. Alright, everyone, next up we have Mike Pagliarulo, Excalibur. Alright, Mike Pagliarulo. Yeah, he did not go too fast over that blue thing. Alright, 31.05. That is the time for Mike Pagliarulo. He's going to go for a backflip for some reason. A consecutive. Not a quick consecutive at all, but a consecutive nonetheless. Alright, 31.05. Who is... Oh, yes. Time for the next driver. Next driver was also in skills. Alright, next up we have Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Jamie was in skills pretty well. Now she's here in racing. Alright, Jamie Sullivan going very fast around these turns. Well, especially the straightaways. And her time is a 29.07, your new leader. Gonna go for the backflip. Alright. 29.07, though, that is your new leader. Congratulations to Jamie Sullivan. Alright, from one lady to another. Alright, next up we have Brianna Mahan, Whiplash. Alright, next up we have Brianna Mahan, not known for her racing. Let's see what she can do here. Oh, and she will also pop her tire. You know, she's going pretty fast, though. Pop tire will, of course, hinder her, though. Oh, nice little turnaround right there, but time of 33.23 will not serve her well. Alright. Alright, this is going very fast, I will say. But it's very fun. Alright, next up we have Matt Cody Gravedigger. Alright, let's see what Matt can do. Alright, Matt Cody did very good on Arena Series Red. Almost won it, was leading until the very final competition. Not even the final show, final competition. Jamie Sullivan just did better in freestyle, and that's what got her the win. And Matt Cody just got a cool save, but crushed the body, and also basically destroyed his chances of winning a racing title. But you know what? He's here to have fun. And that save up in the stands, really cool. Alright, going back up. Alright, score is a 38, or time is a 38.92. And that is our 10th driver, which means we are now on to our 11th driver of the bunch. Alright, next up we have Colt Stevens, Thunder Roarus. Alright. Colt lining up. He's ready to go. Alright, Colt has a time to beat of a 29.07. Jamie Sullivan, currently your leader, did a very good time. Most importantly, though, she did not pop her tire up here. Alright. Oh, and he's going over! Oh, not going to be able to save it, though. Time is a 29.89. 29.89. That'll put him in third place for now. I have to say, qualifying did seem to be a lot faster than this. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. Alright, let's get it ready to go green. Tony Oaks going across the track, just gunning it straight forward. Oh my, very fast ending. Will not take the lead though, but will put him in second place, 29.35. Alright, nice little backflip to wheelie for Tony. Alright, and we are officially halfway through the competition. Currently where it stands, currently leading Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, 29.07. Second place, we have, not Black, that's the name of the body style. Thunder Roars, Tony Oaks with a 29.35. And third place, the first driver to go out, Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, with a 29.46. Alright. Let's see who is next, though. Alright. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have... whoa, in the world. Blake Granger, Max T. Alright, let's get ready to go green. Alright, Blake Granger going lightning fast currently. Very wacky though, very little control. That will hurt him. Terrible final turn. And a time of a 29.67. They'll put him in 4th or 5th place. Don't exactly remember, but final turn is exactly what cost him. Actually got really wobbly in that entire blue lane, I will say. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Peter Nyman in Earthshaker. Hello, Dino Nuggets. Hope you're doing good. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Peter Nyman, Earthshaker, International Series Champion. First time driving in the U.S. And it's for a World Championship. I mean, what better show is their debut in the U.S. in? Alright, very fast racer, I will say. Alright. Oh, a very good time. Will not take the lead, though. 29.40 will boost him up to third place, though. Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash, still your leader. Alright. Who goes out next? Alright, next up we have our current only, and, well, just in history, the first Hooman's World Champion. We have your Skills World Champion crowned just a few minutes ago. It is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Alright, he's coming out the track trying to get a second World Championship put in his bag. Let's see if he can do it. And he will not be able to get racing at the bare minimum because he just had a wild crash. Unless he becomes the fastest driver on Earth and can basically teleport to the finish line. There's no way he wins. Alright, you know he is trying though. Especially with that amazing final turn. Will not... Oh my! Still got a 30.98, which is still shockingly fast considering what just happened. Alright. 30.98. That will put him not in the lead, not really close to the lead, but it's pretty good. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. Blowing the smoke. Alright, let's see what he can do. Alright, and Armando Castro is absolutely flying across this course. Amazing final turn. That was almost perfect. Ooh, and a time of a 28.76. That means Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, your new leader. Alright, congratulations to Armando. We're now 2/3 of the way through the competition. So we are getting close to having a racing champion. And then, of course, having our World Finals encore for day one. We also have an encore planned for tomorrow. I'd say I like both these encores, but one for tomorrow is definitely my favorite. Alright, next up we have Chris Kohler in Mayhem. Let's see what Mayhem can do. Chris Kohler qualified really well. Do not know what just happened to me. Alright, and he broke his truck, crashing into the stands. Completely destroyed his front drive shaft. Will get a DNF. Third driver to do so, actually. But you know, if you're Armando, you're sitting in there like, phew! Because now that's one less person for Armando to worry about. Alright, but next up, he definitely has to worry. Absolutely amazing driver. Alright, next up we have Dalton Widener, Jurassic Attack. Alright, Dalton Widener, one of the best racers in the sport. Currently, we have one Indy who has won a world championship. Dalton wants to make it too. Alright, Dalton with an amazing time that will put him in the lead with a 28.60. 28.60. That will ever so slightly put him in the lead. Congratulations, though, not Armando. Dalton is an amazing racer, getting the same qualifying time that we saw last night from Barry Musauer, actually. Now, though, we are down to our final 5 drivers. We are getting close to crowning a world racing champion. It's going to be amazing. Next up, we have Jim Kohler, legend, driving Avenger. The scheme is a bunch of different Avenger World Final schemes mixed up into one. I absolutely love it. Hope you guys do too. Let's see what he can do now. Alright, in an amazing first turn, Jim Kohler, a 2-time World Finals Freestyle champion, will get his first racing championship. Alright, and the time is a 28.64. That'll put him in second place ever so slightly. Not going to take the lead. Will put him second, though. Second place is not bad. Alright, everyone. Only 4. Wait, no, now we're down to 5 drivers. Whoops, I made a bit of a mistake. Alright, but now we're down to 5 drivers. Racing championship. It all comes down to this. Next up, we have Tristan England in Earthshaker. Alright, he's a former World Racing Championship. Former World Racing Champion, my bad. Alright. In this beautiful designed body. Beautifully designed. Oh my, I cannot talk today. Alright, Tristan with an amazing final turn. Slight mistake, though, will get him third for now. A 28.72. Amazing crash, though, to end out. But a 28.72. Alright, down to 4. And next up we have Weston Anderson in Gravedigger. Alright. And we will see Weston go into stands. Weston looked like he was having an amazing job, but now he will be getting a DNF. A long 4th driver to get a DNF. Wow. Certainly didn't expect it from him, of all people. Alright, well, only 3 drivers remain. And currently, Dalton Widener is going to be a world racing champion. Let's see what happens, though. Only 3 drivers remain, as previously stated. So, yeah. See what happens, though. Down to our 3 fastest qualifiers, so these guys know how to work this track. Alright, next up we have Barry Musauer's Zombie Fire. Alright, let's see what he can do. And Bari's going over! Our 5th DNF of the day. We had 2 back-to-back. Alright, and one of our fastest qualifiers, Dalton Widener. If I'm him, I'm absolutely loving the position I'm in. Alright. This is absolutely amazing. Next up, though, our LCQ winner, Adam Anderson. Great to the legend. Winner of the last chance qualifier. Now he's here trying to win a racing championship. Wants his 3rd racing championship. Can he get it? And with a first turn like that, that first turn either really helped him or really hurt him. I don't know right yet. Don't know quite yet. Alright, Adam, though, doing really well so far. It all comes down to this. And a time of a 28.84. That will not be your new leader. Still a very good time, though. Especially for someone who wasn't even supposed to be in the World Finals. But now, everyone, we get down to the driver who won the world, or who won the Monster Jam, or Hooman's Monster Jam World Finals qualifying, alright? So, your racing champion will either be Dalton Widener, Jurassic Attack, or it will be your fastest qualifier, Bryce Kenny Monster Mutt. Bryce Kenny, currently 28.60 is the fastest time tonight. Bryce Kenny in qualifying got a time of a 28.50. So he is the fastest time of anyone on this track. Let's see if we can beat that right now. Alright, 28.60 is the time he needs to beat. And we do know he can do that, as he did it yesterday. But can he do it now when it matters the most? Alright. The time for Bryce Kenny Monster Mutt is a 28.47. That is not only your racing champion, but also, oh, he just failed a backflip. But that is also the fastest time on the entire track. Give it up. Your world racing champion is Bryce Kenny in Monster Mutt. Congratulations, 28.47, absolutely lightning fast. Alright. Well, everyone, next up, we do have an encore, so do not go anywhere. Alright, we're setting up the encore, at least we're about to. But congratulations to him. Absolutely lightning fast pass. Alright. Congratulations to our World Racing Champion, Bryce Kenny Monster Mutt. Won his tour, and now he's getting a World Racing Championship. He's really good at racing. Granted, freestyle is certainly his best competition. Alright, getting the encore set up. This actually reveals a bit about second Hooman's Monster Jam Tour season. So I hope you're ready to learn something new about it. Alright. Bryce Kenny, World Racing Champion, followed in second by Dalton Widener in Jurassic Attack. Congratulations to Dalton as well. It's not an easy feat to get that high of a placement in the World Finals. Who's the next fastest time though? 28. Jim Kohler got third place. That is unexpected, but congratulations, Jim. All right, everyone. Well, now we are moving on to our encore. All right, everyone. Please welcome our Marvel Monster Jam trucks for next season. Starting us off, Joe Dennis, the Black Panther. Joe Dennis going to be making his return to the International Series. There was a little bit... Oh, nice little softy right there, but... There was a little bit of time where he actually wasn't even supposed to be driving. But now, you know what? He's driving the Black Panther. This will all be on the International Series, I will say. Let's see what he can do. Next up, though, Thor with Kayla Blood. Kayla Blood moving to the International Series. Also moving out of Sparkle Smash. Know she loves it, but you know what? Thor might be a little bit of a better fit. Who knows? Can't find out till you actually drive it. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Brandon Arthur driving Iron Man. Alright, Brandon Arthur. Really good driver. Yeah, let's see what he can do next year driving this beautiful truck. And last but not least, Peter Nyman will be driving the Amazing Spider-Man. Peter is an absolutely amazing driver, won the International Series, and now he is ready to do it all again, but in a brand new truck. Alright, everyone, this is Marvel Monster Jam. Alright, will Joe Dennis land his backflip? Consecutive for Joe Dennis. Let's see about Kayla Blood. Oh, a huge twist will put her over. Amazing crash, though. Brandon Arthur going to the blue side. Get him a backflip to wheelie. And last but not least, Peter Nyman Spider-Man. And he's going to land it perfectly. No extra little things. In fact, he's going to go for a second, actually. Insane. And that'll send him over. Well, everyone, you know what we got to do. We have 2 remaining Marvel trucks that have not flipped over. Let's have them celebrate by driving all around. Alright, Joe Dennis. Going for a slap wheelie, it looks like off the jammer right there. Looks easy to crash into Kayla Blood and Thor. Putting that truck upright, though. Alright, and finally, Brandon Arthur, before we end this encore and the show. What will Brandon do? Brandon's going to go for some huge air. Alright. And now he's up here onto the backflip ramp. Alright, well everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I know I enjoyed this. Hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did. It was absolutely fantastic. World Racing Champion Bryce Kenny and World Skills Champion John Zimmer Jr. Congratulations to both of them. But do not be done, because tomorrow we will have the World Finals World Finals Freestyle Championship. That is the biggest one, most prestigious one. Hope to see you all there. Goodbye.